right. Welcome to First Stock Friday, number 5. Today we got Ben from Oklahoma playing against Bound from West Texas. And I don't have Bobbles with me tonight. Big Benedict, are you here? I might not have anybody with me tonight.
No, I'm not talking. That's why you can't.
Can you hear me?
You ready to go?
Yeah, I just did our introduction.
I'm ready to go.
I'm waiting for you to introduce yourself.
Backslash Ben and West. I can't hear you.
Alright, let's try this again. It says my mic is working. Can you hear me?
If you want to, I can just solo commentate.
No, we're not going to go that route.
Trust me, solo commentate is like playing, like, we have had freaks who have solo commentated for at least like 4 hours.
If he gets the 7-0, you're swapping to your Roy. Saw last week was by far the most one-sided match we had, and Radish King proceeded to try every single character under the sun. Alright, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go. Let's get started.
Okay, cool.
Welcome to First Stock Friday, number 5. We got PVE's Ben versus Bound from West Texas. Should be an exciting first to 10. Who do you have winning the night?
Well, I will not say that I did any bets in this, but I will say that I believe /Ben will have it. But that being said, West Texas' own Bound is a very good player. He's a very good player at this game, actually. And him switching over to Hero was a little bit weird for a lot of people. But, like, also in the same end, like, I think Ben is very good. But how many people have, like, very good high-level, like, Hero experience?
Right. There aren't very many high-level heroes in Texas. Like, only a few come to mind, and most of them are secondaries. Obviously, Trella has a hero. Burr has a hero. But Bound's the only hero main that really comes to mind when I think of heroes in Texas.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, he's going to have that kind of, like, because everybody has, like, that person that plays Hero in their region. But, like, nobody has that person that, like, really plays Hero in that region. Like,
Right.
You know, there's a couple guys that are pretty good, but, like, nobody on, like, a PR level that's good. And Bound is very much a West Texas, he's ranked, I think, like, top 5 in his region. But /Ben, let's not forget, this guy had to deal with MVD and ESAM in his region, too. So, I mean, he's nobody to really, like, scoff at. He's really good at this game. Ooh, I say that and tried to react to the Magic burst. Not working out too well for him there.
That's definitely a hell of a way to start a first to 10, just magic bursting on the platform.
I mean, to be fair, magic burst is like what 30 to like it does like a lot of damage. But the important thing about that thing too is that like he's at 0%. There's no way he's gonna get knocked off the stage where he has to use his recovery, or he's not gonna get knocked off that far. So I mean, like I can understand the spend right there. Either way it goes, I feel like he's fighting a top 5 character right now, and he's absolutely beating /Ben in neutral.
Yeah, this neutral's been fairly one-sided, and most players, like when I talk to Trello about Hero, neutral is the thing that he points out that he struggles with the most against characters with good frame data, and Shulk definitely isn't lacking in that front.
Oh my god! Wow, gets the doesn't get the killing part out there, tries to go for the edge guard there, and just barely missing the B. So I get himself back to stage, and I feel like /Ben is starting to wake up a little bit. He falls out of force fish, #fixed Shulk.
Oh man, you hate to see it. I don't think I've ever seen anybody fall out of a Shulk forward smash before. For that side B evening up or taking the first stock.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of error on my part, so all the calling is kind of blessed to you at this current moment.
So we talked about not very many people having a lot of hero experience. Do we have a Shulk in Texas?
Actually, the only Shulk we have in Texas is the one that's currently fighting on screen right now is /Ben. So like, as far as like talent goes, I mean like /Ben is very good, but we don't have a Shulk in Texas at all that I'm aware of anyway.
Right, I know Bonrin was dabbling in the character for a while, and Bonrin's obviously a very good player. But he didn't bring it out a lot. He brought it out at a couple weeklies, did okay with it, but still migrated back to the Zelda. So unfortunately, this isn't a character that we get to see a lot of. I don't know if Bound has very much experience in the matchup, but he seems to be handling it really well right now.
Yeah, that's brought up. It's like it's very rare that character it's very rare that character shows up in like any place, and if it is, if the character does show up at like a local or maybe like a regional, and this is no offense to the people that of course play that character, but they're not really that high level yet. They're not gonna be that PR like Shulk that comes in, like people are like, oh my god, you know that guy from I don't know Loretto just came in, the top tier Shulk player. Like there's nobody like that in Texas that we're all aware of. We all have our Shotos, we have our Snake players, we have our Raw players, but definitely. No shops anywhere in Texas in general.
Right, Ben managing to take that stock off of Bound finally. 108% of extra credit there built up for Bound. Bound's kind of running away with this game one a little bit.
Yeah, as I said before, unfortunately, the error on my part, so I can't see too much what's going on the screen right now. So I'm trusting all the calls you can make.
Oh, that's always fun. Gotta love Wi-Fi events. They're always fun. There's always something going wrong with them, but we try to make the best of it when we can. That up throw from Bound actually taking the stock. Bound sitting at 36% on his second stock to a fresh third stock from Ben. One of my favorite things about this first to 10 series, besides being able to arrange long format sets against top players to play other top players, two of my favorite things is getting these odd character matchups, the character matchups that you don't see fairly often, and getting player matchups that you won't see. Like when will you see Bound versus Ben?
Almost never, unless they both meet up in DFW.
Right, they'd have to meet up in DFW or another Texas regional that they both had to travel absurdly far for.
Yeah, both plans would have to align for all that, and so far as I know, I don't think Bound and Ben have fought each other in the past anyway. At least to my knowledge, I think when I talked to /Ben, he said he's never fought Bound before, but he's got, good enough hero experience. Okay, so said before, I couldn't see the first game, but I am seeing the results of the first game, and it looks like Bound took game one.
Bound took game one quite handedly. Looking forward to getting into game number two. So far in this series, we've had a lot of streaks coming out from players, but excluding last week where it was 10-1, we've always finished 10-6 or 10-7. And the player that won game one, with the exception of last week, hasn't won. So the player who won game one lost 3 times in a row. And the favorite player on paper lost 3 times in a row. So last week broke all the rules, so we'll see if this one follows the trend of the other matches, or if this week decides to break all tradition as well.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Last week was Grayson versus Ray?
No, that was the week before. Last week was Haru from San Antonio versus Radish King from Houston.
Oh, okay. Thank God, because I know Grayson lost to Ray one, I believe, and you said 10-1. I was like, oh man, that just breaks my heart. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, that set was 10-7 in Ray's favor, which
10-7?
it was interesting. We got to see the Grayson Donkey Kong. It was a fun time.
Oh man, you're gonna love me, by the way. I got another communication error. I cannot watch any of these matches apparently.
Oh, that's amazing. We gotta love good old Smash Wi-Fi.
Yeah, apparently so. It's weird because someone's hosting it and I'm getting kicked from the whole thing. That's crazy.
On 2 Wednesdays ago, on our Wi-Fi tournament, I had the same thing happen in a match where I was hosting and I wasn't DCing, but I was getting communication errors and couldn't spectate at all. Good old Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Which is interesting because, like I said, I have money in the match, but I'm kind of a little bit more invested in it because of the curiosity of like these two regions fighting each other. Because I'm very familiar with West Texas, having Dojo, Dojo, and of course Yellow from that region. And then I've seen Bound's results since this game came out, and it's been really good results.
Yeah, Bound is actually number 2 in that region.
Is he number 2 in that region?
He's number 2, and Yellow is 3.
Oh, snap. Wow. Me saying him top 5 was a little bit of disrespect, apparently. I got some respect on Bound.
If Bound is a hidden boss, so far in this game, Ben is off to a significant, well, it was significant before that little combo. He's off to a small lead, sitting at 36% on his second stock with Bound sitting at 84. So nothing insurmountable, nothing really all that significant, but a small lead coming out from Ben here in game number 2. And just like that, Bound takes the stock with an up smash.
Ooh. It's great. I feel like Ray Charles is listening to a boxing match right now.
So I always try, like, I hear Kimona echo in my head every time I say what's happening on screen, where he's like, you're not commentating baseball on the radio, you don't have to say everything that happens. And then
for me, it's interesting. I can't watch the match. I mean, still what Kimona said at this point, man. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Hero seems like he can make it back from anywhere off stage. He was able to make it back all the way from the blast zone using just the FB without having the top deck for zoom. Just fished for it there a little bit, but still was able to make it back to the stage. He's gonna die like any second though. As I say that forward, not quite taking it. Okay, he fell into the blast zone. See, I was looking forward to hearing some insights on Shulk, because Shulk is a character that has, like... Okay, we're even, 1-1. Shulk is a character that has tremendous depth, that personally like I said, I'm not very exposed to it, because Bonram was the only person I've ever seen, like, play it in tournament and bracket. And that was very, very brief, and it was very irregular. Like, he would bring it out, and then it would be weeks, and then we'd see it in one set again, and we never really saw it consistently, so it's not a character that I've been overly familiarized with.
Yeah, it's one of those characters, like, we have a person that, like, plays multiple different characters in DFW, and believe it or not, it's not the person people think I'm about to name is Cabbage, it's Karna, actually. He plays, like, I think 3 or 4 different characters are, like, top level, but they're all very simple characters. For, like, a brand, and this is no disrespect when I say this, like, going from, like, Zelda and, like, the Joker that I believe he still has, to playing, like, a Shulk. You just don't have Shulk as a third character. You have Shulk as a character that you're going to main. Like, you don't pick up that character just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have him as my third pocket, game 5, grand finals, I'm going to bring him out and just, like, no, you don't do that. Like, you either pick up Shulk to play Shulk and main him, or you don't pick up Shulk at all, baby. Like, that's just how it is.
Right, definitely a character that requires significant investment, significant time to get him to improve and develop as a player. If you follow Ben on Twitter, he puts out so much information on the character. Like everything I know about the character, at least half of it has come from clips that man's tweeted out or random tidbits about the character that he's put out there.
Actually, a funny story here. Oh wow, actually going with the Nest actually. Funny story here. Backslash Ben was actually the person that made that payback fair clip that everybody made fun of, and I had no clue for the longest while until he actually just spilled the beans on it.
I didn't know that was him. I remember the clip. I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, I didn't know it was him either, but like, you know, it's quite funny. The demons that you know having the funniest clips out there. I think we're doing a button check, or they're just playing hardcore neutral right now. Oh, they are just playing the smartest neutral of all time. I got hit by. I got mixed. I don't know about everyone else, but I got mixed.
The best neutral in the world. Top level interactions. They found out that you're finally in the game and wanted to give you a show.
So this is actually very interesting because Ness, I say quote unquote, but like he does struggle against swords a tad bit. I'm gonna go Ness versus Shulk. I mean, he has a hero to pull out, but also Ness is the character that he was having those really good results for, or results with, I'm sorry, when this game first came out. And I believe still in West Texas, clearly it's the number 2 in that region.
Absolutely. I don't know how much time he invests in the Nest currently. Like, I don't know if it's close to 50-50 between the Nest and the hero, if he favors one heavily or not. And he was in one of our Wi-Fi tournaments. In that Wi-Fi tournament in doubles, we did see him bring out the Nest.
That was big brain by Ben, by the way. That was mucho brain. He took the hit like a champ and decided to end his stock with it too. But if he can get out of disadvantage, that'd be another thing. Oh, he luckily messed up that PK Thunder, but again, like the great buns from Ness, he's gonna get himself out of disadvantage real quickly.
That PK flash coming out from Bound over the left ledge reminded me of some of the clips Austin's been putting out lately, where he does the falling PK flashes by ledge.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. And Ben is just pressing the nair button, and everything is working for him. He had it in the corner for like 40% there. That was incredibly unfortunate for Bound, but great for Backslash Ben. I like the Patriots holding the shield there too. He was willing to take the grab and not take the hit. Oh, bad air dodge. And you mentioned it earlier. This is Ben, or Bound, I'm sorry. It's probably been a while since he busted this character out, so I mean, like, he might just be not feeling it quite well.
Yeah, Dojo. Shout out to Dojo in the chat, saying that he spends more overall time. He has spent more overall time in Nest, but probably favors Hero more recently. So our assessments are most likely correct, that the Hero's more comfortable, more polished. I honestly don't know if a lot of players have been keeping up recently just because of Wi-Fi being Wi-Fi. I don't know how much Bound plays Wi-Fi, if he's a grinder or if he's been kind of taking a break during all this or not.
I hope so, because he plays 2 really great Wi-Fi characters. So if I were him, man, I'd be definitely winning my locals Wi-Fi tournaments. Oh!
He went all the way out there.
He's gonna be winning the 10 if Backslash Ben keeps playing the way he does. He's now up 2-1. Granted, the first to 10 is a long way to go, but I mean, this is a good start for Backslash Ben.
Yeah, definitely off to a very, very good start here for Ben.
Oh, shout out to Taco.
Right? I love commentating at home.
So he's up 2-1. He just lost on Smashville. I don't know how good Hero's been doing versus Ness. Of course, you know, he did take a game with earlier on, but game 2 might have been a little bit different. As I said before, I didn't have eyes on the screen, fortunately. But he's going to be doing a run back with Ness anyway. So this is going to be a long, long set, guys, if they go back and forth. Unless we get that 10-1 that you were talking about, like we got last week, apparently.
I really hope we don't, because most of the series we've had on this have been very back and forth, very evenly matched. We've seen players get off the streaks, like LSG, Zai, and Nico were the first 2 players we had. And in that set, Zai won 3 games in a row, and then Nico won 8.
Jeez.
And we ended with a 10-6 score. So
free monster to say the least.
yeah, both players went on huge streaks, and it was really entertaining, and overall made for a really good set. So I'm hoping we get something similar here. Those runoff fairs are so good.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, the way Backslash Ben is edge guarding Ness, he's made this character seem like the weakest off stage. And if you ask anybody in DMW, we all hate this character off stage, but Ben is putting in work right now, and he's just walling him out. He's just throwing out buttons. He's staying in that little part of the corner because he knows that he doesn't have to approach.
Yeah, definitely doing
the one that has to force the situation.
Yep, Ben definitely doing a great job of utilizing spacing, and he actually made the counter work.
Wow, he almost actually made that the backslash work too. Of course, he was not turned around. Oh, went a little bit too hard to paint there, and actually ended up sacrificing the stock. Look at the patience from Backslash Ben. He was being patient. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing nothing. That's okay. All right. Oh, Speedman got him all switched up. All right, he's in the corner. Oh, okay. Right past the grab there, too. Very smart stuff from Bound, realizing that he was being conditioned to hold shield. And I cannot say that. No, the less trapping, the pressure in general from him being in the corner is fantastic. Oh, he ate his jump, though. Oh, Backslash Ben is a genius. He is like big brain, Gazuka brain. He knew that Bound was a little bit too far, and if he took the hit from the Peking Thunder 2, he would be able to take the stop without even nearly touching him, that whole stock right there. That was incredibly smart from Backslash Ben. Man, let's not forget, let me put some info out there for people who don't know who Backslash Ben is. This man had to deal with MVD and E7 in his region for, I don't know if it was just a year or 2 years, but plenty of years of having to deal with those top-level players. So he's gotten that big brain mindset. He's asking the questions. He knows what to do in these high-level situations. And he is doing absolutely fantastic against Bound right now. I cannot say how good of a move that was.
I stepped away for less than 2 minutes, came back to the score screen, expected to be able to walk my dog, get her in the other room so she can be quiet so y'all aren't hearing her try to commentate this match, and come back to a hefty 3-1 lead coming out from PVE's Backslash Ben.
Yeah, PVE's looking very happy right now. As soon as you put up this match on the Twitter, they were all talking about like this stuff. I think they bet money on their own player versus Yellow. I think a lot of people are betting against Yellow, and a lot of people are pretty happy right now. But I mean, Yellow does have faith in his boy Bound. He's fought him plenty of times, and when you fought somebody plenty of times, you got an idea what their skill level is, and he's got faith in his boy, more importantly. But he's going to need a lot more than faith. He's going to need some very good skill to make up for this deficit right now. He's down 3-1. We could see that, that 10-1 score happen again. Let's see if Bound can break the streak of wins thus far.
No, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how things go in this game number 5. West Texas, though, definitely stood behind their boy. Bobbles in the LSG chat was super vocal about how he thought that Bound was going to do really well and it was going to be an interesting match, and was looking forward to commentating, and unfortunately not able to make it tonight. So if for some reason this does go heavily in Ben's favor, we'll just all agree to blame Bobbles.
That sounds about right. Wow, that Shield's working on a prayer right now, but good this Shield discipline, knowing that he can take the hit with the forward smash. All right, Backslash Ben ends up giving up that whole endeavor with the Smash Monado.
How do you feel about stage selection in this matchup specifically? Do you think a small stage like this favors Ness, or do you think it makes it harder for him to get in with all these aerials coming out from Ben?
Well, if you give a character like Schultz more stage, he can just do fade back aerials a whole bunch. Yeah.
Oh. Bound.
So, once again, Backslash Ben has a very, very good lead over Bound. Can you hear me?
I can. There was a little bit of Discord being laggy, but you appear to be back now. Hopefully you're able to hear me.
Oh, dang it. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wi-Fi. Gotta love it. Everything about Wi-Fi is great. Commentating over Discord, playing Smash Online, all a very good time. Just like that down air and up air coming out from Bound. Fortunately, Shield Monado coming out. Doesn't even matter switching to Smash and losing his stock for it. But yeah, these first to 10s, I don't need to tell you, Rella, how much early games don't matter. They can be inconsequential if somebody else gains momentum. A lot of times we've seen players get out to leads. A lot of times we've seen those leads fall apart. We've seen streaks on both sides more often than not. So even though we're 5 games in and it's a 3-1 score for Ben, it's definitely not insurmountable. And Bound being the quality of player he is, he can absolutely make a comeback.
Okay, as I'm off stage again. Sorry guys for miscommunication there. Oh, and I just love the discipline from Backslash Ben. I don't want to sound like I'm riding the coattails of this man a little bit too hard, but like the way he's absolutely doing this corner pressure is so smart, so good. Just taking his time, being very patient, knowing that he has a sword there. Oh, and just a simple but easy gimp to Bound. Just stick your toe out there a little bit. The minor inconvenience ends up becoming a big inconvenience there.
No, definitely an interesting turn of events there coming out from Bound, taking the stock. Unfortunately, not getting the second PK Thunder after bouncing off of the stage.
And now it is 4-1, if I remember correctly, in Backslash Ben's favor.
Yeah, 4-1.
Okay, for the people from West Texas in the chat, you're going to need to put your hands up in the air and start giving him that Spirit Bomb energy, because your boy Bound's going to need it at this point.
Right, we got to get the switch back to the anime protagonists and get him a Spirit Bomb.
Yeah, I mean, he does still have the hero in his pockets. You can, get the Spirit Bomb by, doing the magic bursts and all the the crazy stuff that character can do. Or he can, tough it out with Ness as well. I mean, I feel like Shulk might just beat both of them in the matchup. I'm not too sure. But this is going to be a tough one, and he's got to win, still 9 games straight. Or not 9 games straight, but he still has to, start picking up games here, because at this point, the more you're losing, the more Backslash gets that closer and closer to that 10 count.
All right, so unfortunately, Bound in the group chat appears like he's just throwing in the towel.
Oh, really?
So the score is 4-1 right now, and Bound's throwing in the towel.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So very disappointing turn of events. But I guess congratulations to PVE's Backslash Ben. Hopefully we're able to get another hype set for y'all next week that actually goes to the completion of the series. I apologize for Bound throwing in the towel.
Well, I mean, it's the first for PV. It's the first for the LSG series. But, I mean, yeah, good stuff to Backslash Ben. I mean, he's able to tough it out. It seemed like it might have been a connection issue, I'm guessing. I'm not too sure. But whatever the case is, we're seeing our first, I guess, DQ or surrender in this case. So good stuff to Backslash Ben, representing Oklahoma quite well, representing some of what DFW is trained him quite well. And just overall good stuff. He's got his PR prowess, and it worked out fantastic for him.
Right. Unfortunately, I understand Bound not enjoying Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi being Wi-Fi, it's quite unbearable sometimes. Definitely not going to force a player to play in a match when they don't want to, I guess. But a little disappointed. Congratulations to Ben for taking the match.
Yeah. And congratulations to Yellow Rollo for having to pay out all these debts.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
okay, yeah, he said he'd rather not continue, so yeah, we won't get any more of this set. Thank you guys for turning into the LSG stream. Do you guys have a tournament coming on after this?
So we have tournaments 3 days a week. We actually have content here on this Twitch channel every single day. We're uploading videos to YouTube 4 times a week, 5 times a week, depending on the week. We do the LSG podcast on Sundays. I do another podcast on Monday called Moo's Monday Musings, where I talk about games that hopefully aren't Smash. Try not to be Smash. Tuesdays we do random singles, which is going to be free this week with a $15 pot. Um, Wednesdays, doubles with like another $15 pot. Fridays we do first stock Fridays. Thursday we do a series called Why I Suck, where I get coaching. There's a session on there from Zai with Palatino that was quite fun. And then on Fridays we do this, which normally is a first to 10, but today is occasionally a first to 4.
Yeah, first to 4, man. Good stuff, /Ben. Once again, I think that will complete it for the series. I don't know if I'm allowed to plug anything, so I will not. But yeah, good stuff for PVE. Picking up a very good player in /Ben, one of the few shock mains out there, and a few high-level shock mains that's just traveling around as well. So, like, you know, if you're in the DFW, Oklahoma region, or maybe, I don't know if the boys feel like go to Louisiana, but you can always talk to PVE if you do want to get your hands on /Ben, and of course, whoever is else sponsored by those lovely people.
All right, shout outs to PVE Esports. Those guys have an amazing roster on their hands. Can't wait to see what they do once tournaments come back. It's definitely going to be a good time for the scene to see all these players back and playing in a situation that doesn't have any lag.
Yeah, maybe that's the future we'll be getting to. /Ben will get his run back against Bound, or Bound will get his run back versus /Ben, and it's gonna be an all-fly setting. Maybe it'll be a completely different match. Who knows? Maybe it might be like 15-1. Who knows? That's a different day. Of course, I don't know if you have anything else more to plug before we end the thing.
Nope. If you don't have anything else to plug, we'll end it here, and we'll see you all next week.
I have one thing to plug. We do have the Freaks podcast coming up this Saturday. Not to mess with the LSG podcast on Sunday. We do have Krebs going to be on the podcast. If you guys do want to, of course, view in and enjoy the beauty of Krebs Legends talking about how you ban Sonic, please join us. But besides that, that's all I got to say.
Where can people tune into that?
www.twitch.tv/Freaks and Geeks. We should have it Saturday at 6 p.m.
All right, I'll definitely be tuning into that during my drive. I'm actually moving tonight, so gives me a little more time to pack, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye.